Welcome to the video, guys. This one could be good, and I'm actually looking forward to this conference in America now. Teenage anti-Greta to confront climate change activists at conference in America. Naomi Seibt, I probably butchered that, argues that using fossil fuels has led to many major benefits. Well, she'd be arguing factually, that is for sure, because obviously it has. Look at where we are now compared to where we was even 100 or 200 years ago. And there is Naomi there, I'm not going to butcher her surname again. America is about to be introduced to climate change skeptic dubbed the anti-Greta. Naomi, 19, will appear at the Conservative Political Action Conference this week, where Donald Trump is the main speaker. It is the biggest annual jamboree for grassroots republicanism in the United States. Naomi, who is from Germany, has been dubbed the anti-Greta because of her views on climate change, which are in stark contrast to those of Greta Thunberg, the Swedish teenage environmental puppet. She features in a video produced by the Heartland Institute, a US think tank which rejects the scientific consensus on climate change. I wasn't aware there was a scientific consensus on climate change, but oh well. The video, titled Naomi vs Greta, Whom Should We Trust?, splices footage of the two European teenagers making opposing cases. So Greta parroting propaganda and Naomi using common sense. In a speech at the United Nations last year, Greta excoriated world leaders and demanded quick and decisive action. She said, "Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?" which we all know about and has been memed many times already. Greta, 17, has become the face of a movement and named Time magazine's Prat of the Year. Naomi says she used to be like Greta, but now is skeptical of what she calls climate alarmism. I think a lot of people are calling it that, to be honest with you. In a video posted on YouTube, which has had 24,000 views, she said, "I used to be a climate change alarmist myself, because, obviously, as a young girl, I grew up around the climate change hysteria in the media and in my school books." Which I'm pretty shocked this only got 24,000 views. I'll try and find a link to it and post it down below if you want to check that out for yourself, guys. "I was an innocent young girl, and I thought by hugging the trees I could save the planet, which quite frankly turned out not to be true. Well, at least you've learned it. Many people, it would seem, still haven't." She calls the consensus on climate change an insult to science and the complexity of nature, along with freedom of speech, and says it is important we keep questioning the narrative that is out there. Always question the narrative. She adds, "Climate change alarmism at its very core is a despicably anti-human ideology. We are told to look down on our achievements with guilt, shame, disgust, and not even to take into account the many major benefits we have from using fossil fuels as our main source of energy," which is 100% fucking right. Take a look at what they're doing over here, trying to make the United Kingdom and its people feel guilty for its past, when we are proud of our past because it created the future, which unfortunately is being fucking destroyed right now. But that's a topic for another video. Look around, we are living in such an amazing era of fast progress and innovation. We are not allowed to be proud of all that. Yes, we are. Fuck what they say. Instead, debates are being shut down and real scientists lose their job. See? There's definitely no fucking scientific consensus, is there? Naomi's position is that human activity is a factor in climate change, but that has been overstated. I don't know if it's a factor in climate change. I still don't believe that we are causing it though, that's for sure. Because there's such things as the fucking sun. She told the Washington Post, "Are man-made CO2 emissions having that much impact on the climate? I think that's ridiculous to believe." Yeah, so do I, to be honest with you. Naomi does not actually like being called the anti-Greta. Oh, well, sorry about that, I've called you it a few times. In a video she says, "The reason I don't like the term anti-Greta is because it suggests that I myself am an indoctrinated puppet, I guess, for the other side." No, I don't think you can be indoctrinated by common sense. She adds that it sounds kind of mean, and I don't want to shame her in any way. Don't worry, it's not you shaming her, it's the people that are controlling her. The same way as if you were being controlled, the shame would be on them, not necessarily on you. A spokesman for the Heartland Institute told the Washington Post that Naomi was a fantastic voice for free markets and for climate realism. The think tank's senior fellows include Dr. William Happer, a professor emeritus at Princeton who served in the White House National Security Council until last year. In an interview in 2017, Dr. Happer told the Daily Telegraph, "I don't see a whole lot of difference between the consensus on climate change and the consensus on witches." Yeah, actually, you're probably not far wrong there. It's the climate change witch hunt, guys. But hopefully Naomi can take down Greta at this place. Obviously not physically, just verbally, by calling out the bullshit that she is spouting. And hopefully we don't have another Greta how dare you performance. No one wants to hear that shit. But of course, the Independent have picked up on it and gone in a completely different way. Anti-Greta, far-right groups trying to turn teenager into climate change denying version of Greta Thunberg. I think you'll find she's probably changed herself into that because she's got some common sense behind her. Do not create an ideology out of something that a young girl has to say, says Naomi, apparently without a trace of irony. No, she is just saying what other people are thinking. As where with Greta and the climate change alarmists, they are literally trying to bully people into following their ideology. But listen to this, just first paragraph here. A 19-year-old German climate change skeptic has been described by her supporters as the antidote to Greta Thunberg and is gaining support from right-wing organisations including Germany's far-right party AfD and a think tank with links to the White House. Oh, so the White House is now far-right according to the fucking Independent and Harry Cockburn. Sounds like a bit of a cock himself. Look, here we go, it carries on there. Her stance on the climate apparently caught the attention of the Heartland Institute, a US think tank based in Chicago, which has previously lobbied on behalf of tobacco firms, supports fracking, and rejects the scientific consensus on climate change. Well, considering scientists are being sacked for disagreeing with it, that would mean there isn't a scientific fucking consensus, wouldn't it, you stupid cunt? The organisation, which reportedly has the year of the Trump administration and held its 2019 International Conference on Climate Change at the Trump International Hotel in Washington, recently hired Naomi as the face of its climate denial campaign. So because it's got the year of Trump apparently, it's now far right. Can you believe this shit? That is the elected president of the United States you're talking about. Oh, here it is. This is what makes her far right. Alongside her interest in climate denial, she has voiced concerns about immigration and feminism, and has previously spoken at events run by Germany's far-right AfD party. She has denied being a member of the far-right group, but previous reports suggest she is or has been a member of the party's youth wing, because the Independent cannot resist a good smear. But you know, if you're against immigration and are supposed to a lesser degree feminist, you must be far right, especially if the Independent or the Guardian are to be believed. But on that note guys, I am going to end the video there. Now before I go, I've started doing live streams and uploading gaming content on my second channel. If you would like to come and join me for a live stream to chat in real time, have an interest in gaming related content on YouTube, or just want to follow me over there because you are a legend, the link will be down in the video description below and as a pinned comment. I hope to see you all there. Now as always, before I go, I want to thank our PayPal, Patreon, Subscribestar and YouTube members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe with the notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I will see you all in the next one.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.